Welcome to the Spooky Stonerzzz
Oh my gosh,
podcast.
is it a musical episode?
No.
I still don't have my microphone in my hand. What is wrong with me? You kind of started that one with no warning.
Yeah.
You just went right on with it.
We were like really quiet.
We were like really quiet.
We were like sitting and we're just like
I was
doing our notes.
editing.
Editing our notes. This is episode 2 for the day.
I can't get this thing off here. Ah! Okay, I did it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. So we're like also like 2 joints in. So like we're like
Chillin'.
we're good. Both were indica.
It's a musical episode. Not really.
Anyway,
That'd be a
I'm
lot.
Lindsey.
I'm
in case
Denah.
you didn't know. And she's Denah.
I am Denah. I have been.
Thank
for
you
like 33 years.
for joining us. On this podcast, we talk about witchy and spooky shit that we love to talk about, and hopefully you love to listen to. And as the title of this podcast suggests, we do all this while smoking a little bit of that good stuff. So buckle up, you psychos, and let's go.
Psychos. Weirdos. Y'all are weird, just so you know.
I'm weird too, so we're all together.
No. My kid gets so
We're
upset.
all in this together.
I know. My kid gets so upset when I call him weird, and I'm like, I think that's a good thing. I think being not weird is actually cause for alarm. Like, what do you mean you're not weird in some kind of way? What's
like
wrong
Ted Bundy?
with you? Yeah, right. Yeah. If you say, like, I don't think I'm that weird, I think you're weird.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're odd.
But there's also, like, weird, and then there's, like, weird.
Yeah, like, ooh, that's weird.
Like
odd weird. And there's weird, like, good weird.
Yeah. Like, walking down the street, having an argument with yourself. Like, maybe a little bit on the weird side.
Well, I would probably think you were on drugs.
Yeah, she
Not
was
weird.
She was totally on drugs.
Yeah.
This is not my story that
I
I'm
was
telling.
gonna say, like, what?
No.
I feel like you know.
Though, when I was a teenager, I definitely argued with myself on my way home from, like, school or something. I'd be like, that bitch that was trying to start a fight, I should have said this. I should have said this.
That's not arguing with yourself, though.
No,
You're arguing with someone else.
Yeah.
Just in your head.
I'm pretty sure that lady was just arguing with someone else in her head, too. We just couldn't see the other person.
That's true. I don't know, man. Because I also talk to myself frequently. Especially since I live alone and work from home.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to hear how petty I am?
Yes.
Okay, so before you came over, I was watching a Scientology video. Like, it's suppressive person, which is a Scientology word for, like, you can't talk to this person because they are against the church.
Oh.
And so basically there's this thing called SPTV, and one of their people is Born in Scientology. I think it's his YouTube channel. But his name is A.A. Ron.
Oh my gosh.
It's Aaron. And some Scientologist has a copyright on one of his YouTube videos because he did commentary on one of the Scientology business videos.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, oh, that's a copyright. And he's like, no. And then not only that, but he was like, I have only had 12 views on this video that I did 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know something? Since they're bringing it back to my attention, I'm going to bring it back up to your attention. So you should go over there and watch it. And so I literally put it on loop.
Oh my gosh.
I took a nap. It's still on loop.
Nice.
And I'm just like, we're just going to keep this going. Like, don't be a dick.
Whatevsies. How about that?
But yeah, it just makes me laugh because I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to play it on loop. Because how dare they do this to you? I'm very protective about my YouTubers. And not only that, but if SS Sniper Wolf can, like, dox someone and do, like, her own little review videos. Have you ever watched her videos? I hate her videos.
Yeah, my kid likes her.
Charlie likes her.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she's just really obnoxious. I don't like her at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, but she got onto someone because they were doing she does commentary. That's her thing.
Right.
She does commentary on other people's videos.
Right.
And so someone did commentary on her videos and was talking about how, like, she's not really a YouTuber because she watches videos. Like, she doesn't have any content of her own that she does.
Right.
And she went full psycho, went to his house, posted it on Instagram, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you going to do about this, YouTube? And then YouTube was like, oh, gee darn, y'all really shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is crazy. Go to his house?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Of course, she did like an apology letter and stuff like that. But like, if she doesn't fucking get in trouble, Ron better not be getting in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
I will be petty as fuck.
For sure. Are you going to go first this time?
I am.
Since we're doing everything, it's opposite day?
It's opposite day.
Dun 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 dun.
No, we were saying like we need to do 2 episodes a day, and I was like, ooh, and she's like, how about you do metaphysical? There was metaphysical that you were wanting to do. I was like, I can do that. Yeah. And you want to know something? I wish I could do this more often.
Yeah.
My Ted Bundy notes took 2 evenings.
Yeah.
My subject, it took like 30.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, 30 minutes. That's it.
Because first, it's, I don't know, it's more ancient than Ted Bundy. I guess there's more information.
Well, I also like the fact that, like, I can't get anything wrong. Like, obviously, Ted Bundy, if he killed someone on a certain day,
right,
and I got that wrong, someone could be like, ooh, you got that wrong.
Yeah.
This shit, it's whatever.
Yeah, everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. So, today.
Dun, 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 I'm so excited.
I'm talking about chakras. Woo-hoo! That, I think it was just the other episode, like 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Well, I talked about auras.
Well, I was talking about I got my chakras aligned. Right. And how great it was and everything like that. So I've always been in chakras. Mm-hmm. Because even when you were in your marriage era, and we were at the other job, and we went to the New Age stop, like that's what I was looking for was stuff to like align my chakras.
Yeah, you got that like chart thing.
Yeah, and I ended up throwing it away.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so freaking handy right now. You wouldn't have even needed to do notes.
Yeah.
You'd have just had that thing.
It'd be like a presentation. I'd be like, and here's this chakra.
Except they can't see us.
Yeah, except they can't.
Quick, dance party.
All you can hear is the chairs moving and the wind hitting our mics. So it's something that I've always been interested in. It's very it's woo woo. And I kind of liked it because you can incorporate other things into it. It's not just energy in your body. You can use things outside of your body to align them.
Right.
So it's always been something. But anyway, chakras are the energy centers of the body. They are located in the astral body along the spine, starting at its base and running upward to the crown of the head. Chakras radiate a specific color and energy. They're believed that if they're blocked or malfunctioning, it can lead to physical, psychological, and emotional disorders. So it's like if you feel like you don't have energy, that could be a misaligned chakra. If you have headaches, it could be misaligned chakra. Like pretty much anything, you could probably be like, let me investigate this. And I'm not saying be totally sold on this idea.
Right. Also go to your doctor.
Go to your doctor.
Right. Do both.
But like, it might be something that, for instance, if you call the doctor's office and they're like, oh, we can't get you in for 2 weeks.
Right.
You can work on this stuff to try and relieve some of the pain before you get to the doctor. And they're just like, oh, look, you have a tumor in your brain.
Ah, that took a dark turn.
Took a totally dark turn.
Jeez Louise.
Well, I can't be too light.
Yeah, with chakra alignment is not going to cure a tumor in your brain.
No.
Definitely see your doctor.
So there's 7 main chakras as they appear on the body. And I'm just going to use the common names up for them because they have like this other name, but it has a lot of syllables and words. And I'm going to be doing good just getting their common name. It's like it's like plants. You have the botanical name and you have the common name.
Yeah. And it's always fun to receive a fax written in Latin. God, I used to hate that so much. Like, seriously, dude? I can't read your chicken scratch and it's in Latin. Like, come on.
And then also, do you want 2 trays or 2 plants?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't know what you want. Anyway, first we have the root chakra. Its color is red. It's an earth element. Roots, grounding,
Florals for spring. Shocking.
Yeah.
Name that quote.
I have no fucking idea.
I'm not going to tell the listeners. They'll have to comment somewhere.
Okay. The root chakra is located at the base of the spine between the anus and the genitals. The genitals. I mean, you should be gentle with them.
Yeah.
It is characterized by the emotions of survival, stability, and ambition, and self-sufficiency. When this chakra is out of balance, a person starts feeling unstable, ungrounded, lack of ambition, lack of purpose, fearful, insecure, and frustrated. So, do any of y'all have those issues?
Only on days that end with Y.
Yeah. So, let's move on to the next one. It's the sacral chakra. Its color is orange. It is a water element. This chakra is located in the lower abdominal stomach, about 4 fingers below the navel. It's attributed to basic needs for sexuality as well as creativity and self-worth. When the sacral chakra is imbalanced, a person may feel emotionally explosive, irritable, sense of lack of energy and creativity, feeling manipulative, and obsessed with sexual thoughts. So Ted Bundy, this one was really fucking out of whack.
Yeah.
There's the solar plexus. Its color is yellow. The element is fire. So
That fire in your
Scorpios.
belly.
This is located between the navel and the bottom of your rib cage. It is characterized by emotions like ego, anger, and aggression. Scorpios. An imbalance of the solar plexus chakra may manifest physically as digestive problems, liver problems, or diabetes. On an emotional level, one might struggle with depression, lack of self-esteem, anger, and perfectionism.
Interesting.
Like my Instagram reels.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I wonder if those ladies got their chakras aligned, if they would if their husbands be like, "Who are you?" Because she'd be like, "We're having frozen pizza for dinner." And I'm taking a nap.
Like a human? Yes.
Yeah, that's
She's
what
a
she
robot.
needs to do.
They're robots. That's what I'm going to go with. There's the heart chakra. Its color is green. Its element is air. The heart chakra is located in the heart region. Shocker!
Oh my god!
What? This chakra is the seat of balance, and it is characterized by emotions of love, attachment, compassion, trust, and passion.
That's very interesting.
When the heart chakra is imbalanced, a person may deal with emotional issues like anger, lack of trust, anxiety, jealousy, fear, and moodiness. So like a teenager.
Yeah.
Just teenager.
Like your green monster.
Yeah. The throat chakra is blue. Its color is blue. Its element is space. I did not know that was an element. I thought elements were just earth, fire, wind, water.
Well, air. Yeah.
Air.
Space,
air. Space, air. Well, we had air. Anyway,
Like,
whatever. We're going with it.
Yeah.
It's space.
That makes sense because Mercury controls communication.
Ooh.
Throat chakra.
Ooh. Okay. So the heart chakra is located at the base of the throat around the thyroid gland. It is associated with inspiration, healthy expression, faith, and the ability to communicate well. Which, burn your blue candle for that too. We learned last episode. The only reason why I remember that is because we literally just did that one.
Yeah, 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. A blockage in the throat chakra may be experienced as lack of courage, quietness, a feeling of weakness, or of inability to express our thoughts. We have the third eye chakra. The color is indigo, and it doesn't have an element. The third eye chakra is located between the eyebrows. It is said that meditating upon this chakra destroys the karma of past lives, brings liberation and intuitive knowledge. It's attributed as intelligence, intuition, insight, and self-knowledge. When imbalanced, it may make you feel non-assertive and afraid of success, or on the contrary, it can make you more self-absorbed. An imbalance can manifest as a physical problem like headaches, blurry vision, and eye strain, which I feel like the third eye chakra is probably the most talked about one.
Yeah.
Or at least when I do my meditation stuff, like that's the one we always talk about.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of meditation stuff are you looking at?
I don't know, like daily meditations, how to have a great day.
Oh, and they only talk about your third eye? Well,
I mean, also these are like only like 5 to 15 minute meditation. It's not like we can do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one out there.
I get a lot, and I wonder if it's the algorithm pushes certain things at us.
Definitely.
Because I get a lot of like, you need to align your root chakra.
Ooh.
That's what I get a lot of messaging towards. So that's interesting. I wonder if that's the algorithm or the universe. Or is there a difference?
Can it be the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
And then the last one is the crown chakra. Its color is violet white. It does not have an element, just like the third eye chakra. And then the crown chakra is located at the crown of the head. The seventh chakra is the center of spirituality, enlightenment, and dynamic thought and energy. Allows for the inward flow of wisdom and brings the gift of cosmic consciousness. When it is imbalanced, one might suffer from constant sense of frustration, melancholy, and destructive feelings. So, what do you do if one of your chakras are out of balance or blocked?
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do, Lindsay? I don't know.
I don't.
You can do yoga. And here's some of the poses that you can do when you're, incorporate into your yoga. The root chakra, you could do the tree pose or the mountain pose. The sacral chakra, you can do the crow pose or a standing pose like triangle pose. The solar plexus, you can do the classic forward fold or fold bend. That one's one of my favorites. It's like when I have a lot of tense in my shoulders, I love just to stand up and just touch my toes and just let it hang, and it's just like, oh my gosh, that feels so good.
Little.
I am.
My legs are too long for me to touch my toes.
Well, it's more of the hanging, like letting your upper body hang and let gravity pull you down as much as it can. You don't actually have to touch your toes. There's also the cobra pose and the bow pose.
I like cobra.
Cobra's a nice one.
Yeah.
The heart chakra, you can do the half bridge pose or the fish pose. I have no idea which ones those are.
Yeah, what's the fish pose? All I think of is
Fishy
in
face.
Pitch Perfect when Fat Amy gets on the ground and does her mermaid dance. That's the fish pose.
That was improvised.
I know. Well, of course it was. I don't think you can't write that.
No.
You can't be like, she gets on the ground
and acts
wobbles
like a mermaid. Yeah. Actually, I think they had to digitally go into it and get rid of the tape on the ground because they weren't expecting her to be on the ground.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the camera guy for that?
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine being the camera guy for Robin Williams?
Oh my god. They probably had to have 3 cameras on him at all times.
And it would be so hard to not ruin his takes with background laughter.
Yeah.
That must have been the worst part of it.
I think in a Goodwill Hunting that happened.
I bet it did. I bet it happened a lot.
I'm sure it did. Also, when he did Genie, there was a lot of rated R things that happened in that sound booth. So we're moving on to the throat chakra.
Yes.
A shoulder stand or a plunge pose. Plough.
Plough. Plow?
Sure. Pose. That's what you do for the throat chakra. The third eye chakra is in the crown chakra. You can do a handstand. So get that blood flowing into your head, I guess.
I can't do a handstand, actually. I don't have the upper body strength for that shit.
You do it against a wall.
No. I'll fall.
Okay. So also, you can use crystals to align your chakras. When I did my Super 7 chakra alignment, that's what Dee Dee spent a lot of time on with crystals. So for the root chakra, you can do black tourmaline. The sacral chakra, you can do
carnelian.
Solar plexus, you can do citrine. Heart chakra, you do rose quartz. Throat chakra, you can do aglinite light. It looks like angel light.
Yeah, Angelite.
Angelite. The third eye
I've never heard of that
chakra,
one.
you can do dormerite. And then the crown chakra, you can do amarite. Amarine? Amarine. Oh my gosh. These fucking crystal names.
Ametrine.
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 So those are the crystals that you
I've
can use.
never heard of those. Those are interesting.
I'm sure I have it in my
Google
crystal.
it.
I have it in my crystal book, but that would consist of like me actually go grab my book.
Yes,
And y'all can't see it anyway.
Yeah.
So
I need to know and y'all to find out. That's what Google's for.
Google it. Google it right now. Unless you're driving, don't Google it.
Yeah, don't do that.
So how could you use these crystals?
Throw them at yourself.
You could throw them at yourself. Or
throw them at other people who are misaligning your chakras. You're fucking up my throat chakra. Throw this rock at your eyebrows.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you place the crystals on your body, starting at the base chakra and working your way up towards the crown chakra. Once all 7 crystals have been placed on your chakras, stay in this layout for about 15 to 30 minutes. After 15 to 30 minutes, you can begin to remove the crystals from your body. Take the crystals off in the opposite direction, starting at the crown chakra and working down towards the base chakra. This helps you stay grounded. And then once you're finished, drink some water and take it easy. You could even reground yourself by sitting with your feet on the grass. Or standing on the grass, I feel like.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. Just touch grass.
I have moss.
Or moss.
I love my moss.
So other ways that you can balance your chakras that I'm not going to get into deep dive, but if you're interested, you can look into this. Meditation, which I've mentioned for the third eye chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Sound waves. Different sound waves make different sounds around your chakras. Reconnect with nature, visualization, which is a type of meditation, and essential oils. So you can use all of those to get your chakras lined up.
And you did crystals with that, with Dee Dee.
Yeah. Crystals and sound.
Okay.
But I think she used this tuning forks.
Oh, okay.
She used them more of a kind of help her gauge which chakras were out of tune.
Interesting.
Because she said that, I think she used a bell too. Because she's like, sometimes the bell just doesn't sound right, and that's because the chakra is not lined up.
Interesting. That's cool. Is that what like the Himalayan singing bowls are for? It's for aligning chakras, or are they just awesome?
I think they're for a lot of things. I think they're for that. They're for meditation.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that they're for healing in general too.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the Facebook pages that I follow, they do the singing bowls like on the beach.
Yeah.
But like just sitting on the beach is enough meditation for me. Like
right. But then with singing bowls, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing that we can go do?
Yeah.
We should go do that.
Probably like $30 or something. But yeah, we can do it.
We'll go do it. That sounds like a blast. Was that so fun?
Yeah.
Did you have a blast?
I love doing that because I was like, oh my gosh, all I have to do is like just copy and paste and make it my own words. Like what? Yeah. I don't have to do much investigation here. I can just like I love that. That was amazing.
Everything's made up.
Yeah, everything's made up. And the rules don't matter. The points don't matter.
So
whatever. So tell me something spooky.
I will tell you something spooky. So I did not do true crime because that's not my vibe. I did ghosties.
Yeah.
And I also thought that we could go back to my hometown.
Oh,
ghosties.
Yes.
So we're going to go to Austin.
Yes, let's go to Austin,
We're
Texas.
go to the big ATX, y'all.
Is that where the Alamo is?
No, the Alamo's in San Antonio. Don't forget that shit, okay? That's like our one job as Texans is to remember the Alamo one time. Story time.
Go.
I had been living here maybe 3 years, and I was doing a crossword puzzle. And I said, Texas Monument, that's 5 letters. And the guy that I was dating at the time goes, oh, the Alamo. And I was like, I can't believe you got the Alamo before I did. I feel like a bad Texan. I have to go home. I was upset.
Didn't you say that someone told your mom that it moved?
Yeah, someone told my mom that they picked it up and moved it because San Antonio was getting too big and polluted for the fort to stay there. It was getting discolored. Mm-hmm. And so they picked it up and moved it. She was like, of course, that makes perfect sense.
I don't blame her. I would believe the same thing.
It's not true. It's still in San Antonio. And then people were little. Mm-hmm. Back then, them Texans. But we're not going to talk about the Alamo, which is also for show haunted.
Yeah.
For sure.
Isn't like Davy Crockett like one of the ghosts there?
Probably. Oh, Goober.
Mm-hmm.
Did Davy Crockett die there?
I have no fucking idea.
Most of them died.
No, I think everyone died.
No, like 3 people lived. But Sam Houston was the one who said, "Remember the Alamo," when he later went on to defeat the Mexican army.
Ah.
Because don't worry, I know all about the Alamo.
Got it.
We go to the Alamo twice in Texas for school field trips because we do Alamo units in history.
Of course.
Because Texans are real full of themselves.
Yeah.
Like, we are full-blown brainwashed by the school system in Texas. Just so we're clear. But that's not what we're talking about right now, okay? Stop. We're talking about Austin.
You're the one who brought up Texas.
Yeah, it was my favorite. So we're going to talk about the Driskill, which is actually the most haunted building in Texas.
Okay.
Period. The Driskill Hotel.
Ooh.
Yes. It's really, really cool. It's a beautiful building downtown Austin. I actually stayed there one time with my mom.
Do you have a ghost story about it?
I don't.
Oh.
It was her holiday party for work. They rented out the ballroom, one of the ballrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to stay overnight. And it was real fancy and bougie. They have a cafe downstairs that has the best chocolate croissants in the whole wide world, if anyone's looking to go there. And also you might see a ghost, so that's fun too.
Croissants and ghosts.
And what else do you need in a hotel? Like,
and I feel like if croissants are there, then definitely coffee's there. So you have like croissant.
Yeah. Oh,
you can have a coffee date with ghost.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And they have. It's a very, very fancy hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Like very, very fancy. We got breakfast sent up to the room, and they had like the little bitty salt and pepper shakers on the tray.
Oh, I think you just told me about this
and
like
jellies
last week
and stuff. Yeah, but it's very, very fancy hotel. In downtown Austin, where I'm from a million trillion years ago when I used to live there. But it was opened in 1886, and it was built by Colonel Jesse Driskill.
Okay.
Who was a cattleman in Austin.
Okay.
And it actually, when it was originally built, because he was such a gentleman, he built 2 separate entrances so that the men could go into the lobby and like check in, and then the women could go straight to their rooms, and they didn't have to go in the lobby where those icky, yucky cattlemen were.
Oh, okay.
So it's real considerate of him.
See, I think that's sexist.
It's
like
super sexist.
Okay.
But in his mind, he was like, well, we would hate for them to hear any offensive language.
Oh, okay.
This way they could just sneak in the back and go straight to their rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. The Driskill was opened in 1886. The original building was a 4-story Romanesque revival. And then there was a 13-story annex, which is, in my opinion, not that beautiful, built on in 1930.
Okay.
Next to the original building. But the original building is like, oh my gosh. It's, have you ever seen American Horror Story Hotel?
No.
Okay. Well, have you ever heard of that hotel in Los Angeles that's like, was a murder hotel?
No.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
That's but it was fancy.
Here.
It was fancy.
It is very, very, like marble floors. Ooh. Skylights.
Oh my gosh, that was
like, yeah.
Totally like in Britney Spears' book. She was talking about like how she wanted marble floors, and they're like, why would you have marble floors? Like they're super slippery. And she's like, I want a fucking marble floor because she just had 2 babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a thing.
Speaking of marble floors.
It's a thing. It's okay. You could have had marble floors.
Yeah.
It's not too weird.
Yeah. That's silly. Some more famous stuff that happened there though was Lyndon Baines Johnson met his wife Lady Bird Johnson there in the 30s. And then he also used it as an outpost for the White House press corps while he was president.
Ah.
So it's not far from the Capitol building in Austin.
Oh, okay.
So it is in the heart of downtown.
So a lot of politicians are probably going there.
Oh, super duper prominent. Actually, on 9/11, President Bush's daughters were taken to the Driskill to be like hidden, basically. But really just to go, be safe.
Not be in the White House.
Right. They took them to the Driskill.
I'm surprised they didn't take them to like Camp David.
Yeah, like a bunker.
Yeah.
Like the Driskill could still, and also then the Driskill would get bombed, and that would be really sad.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they were not thinking that.
Yeah. I guess. I would not move a target to a historical building.
Yeah.
If I was the government. That seems like a bad move.
I don't know. They probably just had him in the bunker, so he was just like, they were like, he's safe, so who gives a fuck about his family?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did also put them up in the Driskill. It's really nice. So
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, but yeah, very, very prominent. Every Texan politician basically has, stayed there.
Got it.
And actually, I think, like, Bill Clinton has stayed there. A bunch of people. It's
all the people.
Yeah. It's also been home to, like, a lot of prominent musicians, like Louis Armstrong did a 3-day concert series there.
Oh, okay.
In the in one of the ballrooms. They've had, like, governors' balls there and presidents' events, all sorts of. They've got, I think, 2 huge ballrooms, and but yeah, it's a really big, prominent place in Austin.
So if there was ever an election for governor, they could have one ballroom for the Republicans and one for the Democrats.
They probably have, honestly.
No, so it'd be a fucking riot. They probably wouldn't do that.
Well, no, because it's the Driskill, and they love every Texan.
Okay.
They love all Texans at the Driskill. All Texans should love all Texans, really, but we'll get into that another day.
Okay.
So, you want to hear about the ghosties, though?
Yes.
Okay, so not long after it opened in 1886, because of those silly old marble floors, a little girl, Samantha Houston, who was actually a senator's daughter, was there, and she was chasing her ball, and she fell down the stairs to her death of the grand staircase. Because marble floors.
Maybe not Britney Spears.
You will crack your skull.
Maybe not have marble floors.
You will crack your skull. But so very soon after it opened, a tragedy, which is probably why it immediately was like, this place is haunted. Something's wrong. Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the only tragedies to ever have occurred there. Like, there's not a lot of, like, suicides, like, with many other hotels. There's no, like, bride there.
Oh, is there a woman in white?
There's not.
There's not a woman in white.
There's not.
Huh.
But Samantha, this little girl, can still be heard giggling around the hotel.
Good for her.
Yep. People hear the ball, like they think when they're walking up the grand staircase, people have reported thinking they dropped something because they heard something drop. And it's the ball that she was playing with. She also has a portrait on the 5th floor that her father commissioned after her death.
Oh.
And the Driskill obtained it after his death. And hung it on the 5th floor. And I think her name was Monica Phillips of the Austin Ghost Tours. Talked about how the expression will change.
Oh.
On the portrait.
No, thank you.
And she, through mediums, is often able to communicate through her portrait.
Okay.
So the medium will go be near the portrait and can communicate with her.
So that's a hot spot.
Right.
Stairs and the portrait.
Yes, the stairs and the portrait. For Samantha, that's a hot spot. So then there's also Jesse Driskill himself, the man who made the building.
Okay.
And the theory there is that he just comes and checks on the property whenever because he smoked cigars.
Okay.
Almost constantly. And people will report smelling cigar smoke in the rooms. I mean, like, to the point where people have had to change rooms.
Oh, wow.
And be like, I can't breathe in here. What the heck? Like, it's 2023. Why are you allowing smoking in the hotel?
Wow.
Nobody does that. But, yeah, the staff say that that's, like, an actual issue that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Is, like, the cigar smoke. People will have to change rooms. And then,
but here's the thing. If you go stay there, smoke a cigar. No one's going to fucking know.
Yeah, true. They ain't going to know.
They're not going to know.
But also don't do that. That's rude.
Also,
it's a really fancy hotel.
Might be a fire smoke detector.
I know. Somewhere. I wonder if anyone's ever gotten charged like a cleaning fee because the room smelled like smoke after they left. I wonder if the hotel just comps it automatically and assumes it's the ghost.
I hope they comp it.
I know. I wonder now.
If not, take them to court and be like, there was a ghost.
There was a ghost. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I shouldn't have to pay this $200. Y'all are ridiculous.
What do you mean you found ashes on the bedspread? That's the ghost.
I understand there were 3 cigarette butts in the bathtub, but you know.
It's the ghost.
Your business.
It's the ghost.
Not even me. He owns the place. What are you going to do?
Yeah. You're going to tell the boss what to do?
Yeah, because that's the theory with him, is that he basically just comes back and checks in and sees what's up. But I've heard, like, people see him in the windows. Because I've heard, I don't remember finding any of this in an article, but now I'm thinking about it harder. I remember back, like,
when you stayed there?
When I lived there. Well, when I lived in Austin, and people would talk about, like, yeah, if you walk down Congress or Brazos, which is the roads, but you can see
him in the window,
him or someone in the window.
Ooh.
Of certain rooms. But the thing with him that's frustrating is that he goes to, like, all the rooms.
Yeah.
Like, he's all over the place. He's not just kind of like, we hear the ball on the grand staircase.
Yeah.
Or we hear her near her portrait. It's just like wherever. And now that they don't allow smoking indoors, it's an issue. Yeah. Because people complain. Yeah. Like, frequently. Which is fair.
I wonder if, like, you just set a boundary with him, like you do, like, with normal ghosts. Be like, okay, I understand. You're the boss, dude. But you cannot smoke cigars inside anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that you can tell an 1880s cattleman to take his cigar outside. Yeah. I just don't see that.
He might start throwing shit.
Yeah.
He might start getting a poltergeist.
Yeah. I feel like you just let him do what he's going to do at that point. Because it's not every day. You know, he just comes around every now and again. Yeah. And checks it out. But now it is obvious that it's him. Because there's no one else smoking inside. So that's kind of cool. And then there's Peter Lawless, who was a railroad man who lived at the hotel for 31 years until he died in the hotel.
Must be nice.
And he's one of, like, the very few number of people who have died in the hotel. Samantha, the little girl. I'm not sure if Jesse Driskill actually died in the hotel.
He just really, really liked it.
Well, it was his, right. So I'm not sure if he actually died there. But Peter Lawless did. He, after retiring from running his railroad company, moved into the Driskill, like, you know, them old people did back in the day. You remember that? Like Zach and Cody.
Yeah.
Living in the hotel.
Yeah, but I think their parents owned the hotel, didn't
Zach
they?
and Cody's parents didn't own the hotel.
No, why were they there then?
Their mom was a singer.
Oh,
in the lounge.
Oh, yeah.
Kim Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.
That girl is awesome. She went on to be, like, in Supernatural, and she was one of the best characters on the whole show. Yeah? Yes. Nice. Hands down. And every interview that I've ever seen of her, she's, like, just fabulous. Really cool. Like, she's just really cool. She just seems like one of those people who, like, everyone get along with. Yeah. Like, she'd just be like, that's cool, man. She wouldn't make you feel bad about yourself or anything. Yeah. I like those kind of people. Yeah. Anywho, back to Peter Lawless, who's not one of those kind of people. Okay. He's actually quite obnoxious. Because he will ride the elevators. Okay. With you. In his old-timey clothes.
Which is not fun.
Right. He won't talk to you. He will check his watch because he's a very busy man with very busy things to do. And he doesn't have time to talk with you people. And the staff will see him get on and off the elevators all the time. And then the elevators will also just do whatever the hell they want. Yeah. Like, you'll press 3 and he'll be like, my room's on 2. Yeah. So, no. You're going to stop first. Also, so the Driskill is old. Like, it's an old building. Yeah. And so...
You said 1800s.
Right. So you've got, like, those long, scary hotel hallways. And then elevators that are just opening and closing at random. Yeah. And so that's very creepy.
Very Shining vibes.
It's just, elevators in general are kind of creepy because they're confined spaces and you're in this weird chute. And, like, the wrong thing happens and you're just plummeting to your death. Yeah. But then also, like, to have it actively malfunctioning while you're in it.
Yeah. I might be taking the stairs.
Yeah, it's a no from me, dog. I think actually I did take the stairs while I was there.
Oh, did you?
I was pretty young. I was probably like 10 or 11 when we went. But I remember a stairwell. And I wonder if the elevators were messing up. Because they go out of order, too. Yeah. Like, they have to, like, close them. And people will have to take the stairs.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine?
With all your luggage? I mean, there's bellboys and shit.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine being on the elevator, he's on the elevator with you, and then it shuts down.
And then he disappears.
Yeah. No.
Nope from me.
No. And what if and what if the elevator had mirrors?
Oh, gosh. Man, I hate a mirror.
So then you could only see him in the mirror.
You know what? I was thinking about my mirror fear today, and I was like, is that some sort of like weird psychological problem where I don't want to look at myself? But I don't think that's it. I think they just creep me out. I'm always worried something's going to pop up behind me and be like, sup? Like, no.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. Any hoozle. Yeah, mirrored elevators are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those. Why did they do that?
I don't know.
It's already uncomfortable in there.
Yeah.
And now I'm like surrounded.
Thank God for cell phones now.
Yeah, you can just look down.
Just grab your phone. Look at your phone.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
That's really legitimate, I think. But yeah, so that's actually all of the ghosties that I know for sure are at the Driskill.
Nice.
The annex doesn't have anything going on. These are all mostly just in the main building.
Mm-hmm.
But there is this Monica Phillips of the Austin Ghost Tours wrote a book, The Tales of the Driskill.
Ooh.
And she has done, I mean, there have been hundreds. My grandmother has investigated the Driskill. You know what I mean? Like, there have been so many investigations, paranormal investigations done there. And it's crazy to me to think about because I don't think of it as that haunted. I think of it as this nice, pretty hotel.
Yeah.
But, like, it is.
That's really fancy.
Right.
But it lets you have breakfast in bed with small salt and pepper shakers.
Yes. It's so cute and fancy. But, like, it's like haunted AF. Mm-hmm. Like, they get EVPs in there all the time, especially of the little girl.
Yeah, at the stairs.
Mm-hmm. And then they get, they've had, like, full apparition sightings. I don't know that they've gotten anything like that on camera. But people have reported seeing whole-ass ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times. Because that's another thing. It's one thing to get an apparition, but it's another thing to get multiple sightings of apparitions over the years. But I guess it's a 150-year-old building. Mm-hmm. It can have that many sightings.
Well, yeah.
Especially since she died right then. Like, right when it opened.
Yeah.
That really... Can you imagine how much that must have scared the owner man? Like, shit. No one's going to stay here now.
He's like, the fucking architect told me not to have fucking marble floors, but I had to be a Britney Spears and be a diva and get marble floors.
I wonder if the architect did say anything about that. That'd be funny.
Like, you do realize that floors are slippery. And he's like, it'll be fine.
Well, there's this huge grand staircase, right, that lead down to the marble. I wonder, it is also kind of surprising that nothing else has ever happened on those floors. No one else has ever died.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because, like, people are stupid.
Yeah.
And now it's, like, busy. You know what I mean? They're probably consistently sold out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is kind of surprising. I wonder if they've put something over the floor.
Like, maybe put, like, sand and then, like a
sealant.
Clear finish on it so it has a grip.
Right. Probably
maybe.
So. That would be smart. It also doesn't rain in Austin. It's like a desert. So it's not like you'd have wet floors all the time, like here. Where, like, if you leave the door open in July, your floor's going to get wet.
I forgot. Was it a book I was reading or something? I don't remember. But they were talking about, like, they were in California. Oh, no. It was the podcasters that I follow, and That's Why We Drink. Christine was like, it rained today. In California, we never have rain. It's just so amazing and awesome. And I'm just like, it doesn't rain where you were at? Like, I don't understand that concept because, like, for instance, today we got, like, misty, somewhat rain all day. And we could have that, like...
They could have filmed some Twilight scenes here today.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. But yeah, we get rain here all the time. So, like, the idea that it doesn't rain somewhere...
Yeah.
Blows me out of the water.
It is really weird. When I first moved here, like, I still even now struggle to drive in the rain because that's not what I'm used to. I didn't grow up driving in the rain. When it rained, we usually just didn't do anything. Because also our ground didn't soak it up, so it would flash flood. Because underneath the soil, about 3 inches is rock.
Yeah.
This is just rocks.
So the ground wouldn't absorb it. Right, it's not like the swamp here.
Yeah. Here it's
where,
just like...
it might flash flood, but, like, give it 30 minutes, it's going to soak. It'll be great. It'll be fine.
The ex and my kid boated around my yard after Sally, and then it was gone within 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, they were able to boat, and then it was just gone. That wouldn't, like, in Austin, you're in that boat for a few days.
I was worried about you then. I was just like, are you okay? Are you okay? And
we still had power. Like, everything was totally fine, other than it was just real wet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fine. But yeah, that's my little plug for the Driskill and Austin ghost tours.
Yeah.
Because there are so many places around Austin that are haunted.
I can't wait till, like, we travel.
Yeah.
And, like, check some of these places out.
I almost did another spot in Austin called Convict Hill. But, and Austinites will know what I'm talking about when I say Convict Hill. But there was not as much as I thought there was. Like, some of the stuff I had to weed out, like, what is some crap that someone told me when I was a kid?
Mm-hmm.
And what is actual facts?
Yeah.
Because that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even what stories you were told is still a story. So you'd be like, I mean, like the Ted Bundy, I was like, I didn't find any articles, but I heard that he was here at our college. Yeah. So it sounds legit. I still told it. Yeah. It's still a ghost story.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the Driskill for you. And maybe next time if I do another one, I'll do some more Texan stuff.
Or Tiger King.
Or Tiger King. I could do Carol Baskin. No, because nope. Because she crazy. And look what she did. Look what she did to Joe Exotic. He a little did that to himself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell everyone that you're going to do that.
Yeah.
If you're going to commit a crime, shut up.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. If you don't ever say that I committed the crime, then no one will ever think that you committed the crime.
It wasn't me. Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
All right, okay, all right. Thank you for listening. We release a new episode every Monday, so roll one and meet us back here next week for more spooky and witchy shit. I changed it. Are you so excited?
I'm glad. I'm super happy.
I only changed that part, though. The rest of it's the exact same.
That's fine.
You ready?
Continue.
Okay. In the meantime, check out our Instagram, the Spooky Stonerzzz podcast. That is Stonerzzz with 3 Z's. I said it all.
Good job.
Thanks. If you'd like to contact us about your personal true crime or paranormal story, or if there's a subject you would like us to cover, you can email us at the Oh, I was doing so good. Mm-hmm. What's the email address, Lindsey Loohoo?
The Spooky Stonerzzz podcast at gmail.com.
Again, that is Stonerzzz with 3 Z's.
3 Z's.
Zzz. So we will see. What?
I was going to be like a bee. Zzz.
I know, but that made me think of the show that I've been watching, which is Ginny and Georgia, and she talks about when you get a bee, you sting first.
Oh.
And that's why she killed that guy.
Okay.
Which is fair. So we will see you next Monday, and in the meantime, smoke on, Spooky Stonerzzz.
Bye.
Bye. We'll miss you. Good day.